Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome and I hope you all are doing well. So for today's video, I'm going to be making a quick dress out of the scarf right here. So with that said, let's jump right into the video. So this should be really quick. We don't need any pattern for this dress. So yeah, with that said, let's go right in. So first thing I'm doing, I'm folding the scarf in half. So this will give me the front piece and the back piece. So right now I'm just going ahead to straighten everything out. Okay, so next I'm going ahead to fold it over just like this. So now I can go ahead and place my measurement. So I'm just trying to cut out a little bit of the fabric that I can use for the short sleeve. Okay, so I'm just going ahead to cut that part out and I'm going to set that aside while I work on the main part of the dress. Okay, so right now I'm going ahead to mark in my neckline. So mark it at the shoulder and also the center. Using my marker, I'm going to connect the line. Okay, so the next step before doing any other thing, I'm going ahead to mark my shoulder, the shoulder measurement. So next, I'm going ahead to mark my bust line, and also I'm going to be marking my waistline and the hip line. So after that, I'm just going ahead to measure out my waist measurements. Also, I'm going to measure out my bust measurements and also my hip measurements. So right here, I'm just going ahead to freestyle it, kind of curve it using the scissors, but I realize I need to make sure I have the perfect curve for the armhole. So right now I'm going in with the marker to draw in the armhole. So from there, I'm going to continue cutting, just tracing along the side, down to the waistline and also down to the hip line. Right there. So now that that is done, I'm going to go ahead and separate the pieces. So I'm going to work on the front piece first before moving on to the back piece. So again, going ahead to fold that over. So next, I'm going to go ahead and work on the shoulder slope. Okay, so right here, I'm just going ahead to mark the shoulder slope, like the amount of fabric I need to take out in order to create the shoulder slope. I think I marked 1.25. Yeah. Just went ahead and cut that out. So I went ahead and did the same thing to the back piece as well. So for the front part of the dress, the neckline is lower than the back neckline, as you can see right here. Okay, so right now, to make sure that everything is in place, I'm going ahead to place the shoulders together, the front and the back. So right there is a little bit of excess fabric, so I'm just going ahead with the scissors to trim that out. So I'm going ahead to trim the fabric I cut out of the side of the fabric of the dress, fabric scarf. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to be using that for the neck. So the piece I just trimmed out, I'm going to be using that on the neck, on the neckline. Okay, so with that said and with that done, so the next step now, I'm going ahead to place everything together. I'm going to be pinning the dress together, the front and the back together at the shoulder point and also the at the side. So the great thing about this scarf is that this, I think, is they call this type double knit fabric. So there's no wrong side to this knit fabric. So yeah. Okay, so next I'm gonna take this to my sewing machine and sew down the shoulder seam and the side seam. So now that that is done, so for the dress, it's looking a bit too plain for my liking. So this part is optional, you don't have to do it, but if you want to do it, go ahead and do that. It kind of add a different look to the dress. So yeah. So now that I'm done pinning everything in place, I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and use a straight stitch to secure everything in place. All right, I've already did that off camera. So for the next step, I'm going to go ahead and open up the center front of the dress. So I'm using my thread cutter. I'm just cutting open the split. So next I'm going ahead to unravel this the middle piece or the center of the front, the center front. So I'm just going ahead to unravel the center front till I get to my desired length. So next I'm going to tie both threads together to secure it in place. So to finish up the neckline, I'm using the piece I cut out of the side of the dress. So I'm just going ahead to pin it along the edge of the neckline all the way around. So yeah, so after that, I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and sew it down using a zigzag stitch. Okay, so I've already attached one of the short sleeve off camera, as you can see right here. So moving on to the next step, I'm going to go ahead and attach the second one. Okay, so here is the final result of the beautiful dress, and I love it. Here it is on my mannequin. Beautiful. All right, guys, so this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And also, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for popping by my channel today. And I'll see you all in my next video.